Hello everyone, welcome to Grand Arena Championships. Once again, we are now in Season 3, Week 1, Round 3. We are in the finals, going for first place here. Today I'm up against Disb. Disb is from the guild Unlimited Power. We can see here he is using a Padme team in the arena. All relict, but not relict very high. And he's got a Negotiator fleet in the for his fleet arena. Let's take a quick look here at the matchup. There we go. I actually hit the right button this time. All right. So here we can see our GP. He's 500,000 GP ahead of me. That doesn't really matter that much. Top 80 GP, he's got 100k on me. Again, it's not a huge difference, it's about a team. But with the matchmaking for Grand Arena with fleets, it's been kind of off with the top 80 or top 65. It's definitely been off, so I'm not exactly sure what kind of algorithm they're using for the matchmaking. It always, the enemies that I faced, the opponents I've faced, have all been a little bit weaker than what I'm used to. So we'll see if that trend continues going into week 2. So here we can also see ship and character GP. He outdoes me in. But I am better ranked in Fleet and Squad Arena. Well, actually, no, not Fleet Arena. Fleet Arena were pretty equal. This was a really bad day for me in Squad Arena. I started really low. And this was at the time of lock. I was able to run this at the time of lock. So this is what he is going to have in the in the battles right now. So looking at the relics here, he's got a bunch of tier 2s, a couple more than me. I've got one more tier 3, but I have a lot more relics than he does overall. And I've got the higher tier relics as well. GA stats. Looks like I am ahead of him in pretty much every aspect. He does do quite a few underdog wins, so he is pretty comfortable with underdogging. I have more defensive holds than he does, which typically means he would set a light defense, because my defense is not necessarily all that great, usually. But banner, zones cleared, rounds won, I'm well ahead of him. Looking at the roster specifically here, we can see I've got 69 Zetas versus his 85. So he's got a lot more Zetas than I do. 10, 16 more Zetas, that's crazy. I've got like 8 or 9 Zetas now that I have not spent. Several of those are going to go on to General Skywalker once I get him geared up. Haven't decided where the rest are going to go just yet. Gear 11s, I've got quite a few more. Gear 12s, he's got almost double. Gear 13s, I am beating him on. I've got 6 more Gear 13s than he has. Mods, he's got more 6-stop mods, about 30 more. And then he is beating me in the speed category. He's got 7 more plus 20s, he's got 3 more plus 25s. And I've got a few more of the 15s, but he's got more of the plus 10s. So, yeah, he's definitely beating me on the higher end mods, but it's not insurmountable. And then the offense mods were probably even 48 to 47. The stats on these characters I don't really care that much about. I'd rather, like, if it showed, like, you know, General Skywalker, if it showed Darkside Bastila, you know, some other characters, I would really pay more attention to this, but showing only Jedi Revan, only Darth Revan, and Malak, it's not showing enough to really see the depths of the roster there. So I don't really pay attention as much to the characters, but it's these stats up here that I care about. Alright, so back over here into Grand Arena, we're going to take a look at the defenses. Well, actually, we're going to do a quick review, round 1 and round 2. Round 1, I did get a full clear. I was able to do an all-in-one shot, except for the Geonosian team. I tried to complete the first order feat and messed up. I had to go back in there again, tried once again to do the first order feat, but I was messing up and used Kylo. Like I used crew in one of them and I used Kylo in the other. And so I never was able to complete that feat round 1. Hopefully I'll be able to get to do that today. I was not able to do it on round 2 either. He had a Negotiator fleet set, one-shot that. Actually, no, that was Akbar, sorry. That was an Akbar fleet with Geonosians and Han as a reinforcement, so that was kind of odd. But my Negotiator took that out, no problem. Front zone, he had a Carth team, he had a Dooku team, and he had a crew team. Those were all pretty easy kills. And in the bottom he had a Jedi Revan and a Bastila. I would strongly suggest not placing a Bastila lead on defense. Nest can solo that pretty much any kind of composition as long as it does not have Darth Revan. Nest can pretty much solo a Jedi team, so I would not suggest putting Bastila lead team on defense. It's very very unfortunate. My defenses, front zone, I had a Jango-led bounty hunter team and a Night Sister team. Both those got one shot. In the back zone, I had a Carth team, and then I had a Newt-led team with Watt and Chase, and this actually got a hold. I was very happy to see that, as where I had my Watt placed in previous Grand Arenas, I had not gotten any holds. So I'm very happy to see this. And then I was able to keep my General Grievous squad together. And that also got a hold. And then I had 2 holds on my clone team and 2 holds on my Darth Revan. He was not able to break through that. So had a very, very good defensive round for round 1. Very good offensive as well. Just one little mess up. Round 2 did not do as good on offense. I did not have enough left to take out his Shaak Ti clones with Anakin. He had a CLS team also in the back, and that kind of threw me off. Front zone, he had a Jango team, which is where I used my CLS, which is very unfortunate because CLS would have been used in the back zone as well. And then he had a Grievous, which I used my Jedi Revan against. In the other top zone, he had his Darth Revan, he had a Night Sister squad, and then he had his Phoenix team, which was... I don't know why people place Phoenix on defense, especially in a Grand Arena like this where you have to place only 7 ground squads and not 8. It doesn't make sense to place a very weak team like Phoenix. The weakest I would want to set would be Carth, and even that is kind of a stretch. Like, Carth is pretty easy to take out. And then he set a Negotiator squad for his fleet, and I was able to one-shot that with a mirror match with my Negotiator. And so that brings us into round 3. So my opponent, I kept my same defenses as my previous 2 rounds. Hopefully we will see him attack. I would like to see if my Newt team with Watt actually gets a hold here as well. Pardon me. So yeah, I'd like to see if my Newt team with Watt gets another hold, as it's gotten a hold in the last 2 battles. I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. And so we can see his defense here. We have a Rex-led clone team with Wampa and Barriss. I did not notice Wampa in there previously, and Barriss is interesting as well. So I've got to think about what I'm going to do against that. He has his Darth Revan squad there, And in the top zones here, we can see he's got a Palpatine-led team with Krennic and Death Trooper. I've not fought a Krennic in a very, very long time. I don't remember what his kit's like at all. So that's going to be a little interesting. Then he's got his Bounty Hunter team, and he's got a Carth team. So Carth I would like to use my Palpatine against. Probably use my Jedi Ray against the Bounty Hunters, but I do have to check speeds. The Palpatine team, I'm not sure. I've got to look at Krennic's kit and try to figure out what he's going to do for that team. And then down here, definitely going to do this zone first. I've got to break through this Darth Revan, see what's in the back. And then the clones, I'm not sure as well. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the Darth Revan squad. And we're going to use my Darth Revan counter, which is Padme. And our fifth will be R2. This seems to be, for me, the best team to take out Darth Revan with Malak. And we're going to hope that I get another successful battle like I did yesterday. My guys are much better geared than his team is. So hopefully that's going to count for something here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into this. And let's hope for a nice win. Alright, so now he's going to get all of his stuff off. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to cleanse R2 here. But at the very least, I will be able to get rid of all those other debuffs. So my R2 was faster than I would have liked. Alright. 14 stacks, so go ahead and we'll do that AoE. Probably going to lose... Didn't lose R2 yet. Let's go ahead and we're going to try to take out HK. Good, HK's gone. And now this actually should one-shot his Darth Revan. Question is, now if I do that, it might piss off their Malak, who will then drain... Oh no, he's going to drain Kenobi right there, if he did that. Alright, so everyone's down, except for Malak. Oh, that wasn't that great. Oh, wow. Well, there's Relics of an Anakin for you. I was not quite expecting a one-shot from Anakin, but I'll take it. Lost R2, but 56 banners is not that bad. Full health on everyone else, full protection on all but one of them. So this was actually a very good result, and I will take it. So now we have this clone team. Clones, Rex Lead, Wampa, and Zaris. Very interesting combination. I have CLS, I've got Jedi Revan, I've got Traya, I've got Palpatine. I don't think Palpatine will do very well at all. I'm thinking that my best option here is going to be CLS. And that'll allow me to save Jedi Revan, because Jedi Revan would be the next best team. Actually, Jedi Revan would be my best team. But I don't know what he has in the back. And this is actually why I enjoy the 7 ground squads instead of 8. You have no idea what's back here. I could take a look at his entire roster, and I can be like, okay, these teams are probably saved for offense, these teams are probably saved for defense, these teams were definitely set, so I can take these out of the list. But that'll still leave like 4 teams that he could possibly have set back here. So it's not like when you have 8 squads for defense and 8 squads for offense, where you know, these are the teams that are gonna be set. These are the teams that are gonna be saved. You really don't know, because there's teams that are good for both offense and defense. Now, I would suspect that he would have Night Sister team back here, because that's kind of a staple defensive team. But then again, Night Sisters are pretty good on offense. So, yeah, you've got... it's kind of interesting. So this team here, I just thought of another counter that I can use against this, which is my Geonosians. I'd be a little bit nervous about it just because of the Wampa days, but I do think Geonosians could take it out. The other place I would use my Geonosians typically on offense is going to be against, say, a Night Sister team or a Bounty Hunter team. But up here, this Bounty Hunter team, as long as it's not super fast, I'll use my JTR against it. 257's not super fast, so yeah, JTR can go against that squad without too much difficulty, I think. Palpatine over here, maybe a Bastila-led team over here against the Palpatine, but I'm still not sure about that. But yeah, I think Geonosians here might be the best bet. It's either going to be Geonosians or CLS, and CLS can get really, really screwed by Wampa. So I think Geonosians is the way to go. At the very least, if I do get dazed, I have 2 cleanses. And you have the Brute there that can take Rex's big hit if he gets it off. So it's not too worrisome, as long as he's taunting, basically. And you don't have to necessarily worry about Barriss healing, because of Spy's big hit can pretty easily one-shot. So we're going to start off with AoE, try to get that ability block onto Rex so that he doesn't get the tenacity. Now I've got a big hit available from Spy. We're going to go ahead and use it on 5s. Clear his taunt. Let's go ahead and ability block if I can on Echo. Where's Poggle? Is Poggle? Yeah, Poggle's dazed, so I'm not actually going to be able to get that ability block onto Echo. But we'll, at the very least, we'll get some damage onto him, and we'll try to get Spy back under stealth. There's that AoE. There's the cleanse, so we can go ahead and cleanse. Let's target, say, 5s. Again, we'll target Spy. Try to get him some of those invisible stealth stacks. There we go. It's going to be pretty slow going until I can get rid of Xeris. Okay, get rid of that taunt. Oh, this Rex lead is just feeding them all kinds of turn meter because of all the crits that I'm getting on my Brute. So that's why, that's what I was saying about earlier. The, what do you call it? The Brute was able to eat that one shot from Rex. Here we're going to try to kill Barriss. That's good. Now I just have to hope that I can get over to Brood Alpha. Let's try to... Okay, unfortunately did not. Nope. Okay. I really need to get rid of Rex. Unfortunately, it's probably going to backfire on me. Okay, there's that one. I've got to get over to the Brood Alpha once again for that heal. this is not good. Okay, good. He didn't use his one-shot ability there. Alright, so this is not going the greatest. We are going to end up winning, but it's not going to be very high banners. Okay, there we go. It's now down to just Wampa. Actually, I wonder if I am going to win. If Wampa gets another big AoE daze, he might actually one-shot my entire team here. Okay, good. So very, very low banners. Geonosians may not have been the best pick for that one. But I did get it. If I had failed, I would have gone back in with First Order Military and gone after that feat. Okay, so here we have another Bastila-led team. He's got some pretty heavy hitters in there. But it is not a team that I am super scared of. I will probably be doing a Kira Nest against that. And then down here we've got our Traya to use against the bugs. And so we have quite a bit of room actually up here. Let's see here. How are we gonna do this? I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my Palpatine here. No real reason to check speeds as long as I don't get super unlucky. This is all I will need. He's all gear 12, but that's not going to matter too much. We're going to take the debuffs over here because he's got the most. I'm going to throw a fracture onto Zalbar. Try to get rid of some turn meter and the stuns. Alright, so I got a stun on Juhani, which is very important, but none onto those other two guys. So that means that I am going to get counterattacked by Canderous. Not counterattacked, I'm going to get AoE'd by Canderous. And I probably get AoE'd by Carth if I don't get that ability block there. Alright, let's go ahead and spread the shocks around. Let's try to get a ability block there. Did not get that ability block. Okay, we'll swap over to Palpatine. Let's again spread some of that shock around. Good. Okay, so everyone is shocked except for Juhani and Zalbar. Let's go for some more stuns. Okay, we gotta have to fracture on Zalbar so he doesn't taunt here in a second. We have to keep Juhani controlled. If she gets her cleanse off, things can go south very quickly. Try to put a shock onto her. That's going to prevent her from going into stealth when she goes below full health. We'll go for a stun on her. Now I'm going to attack Zalbar until I get a shock onto him so that he does not taunt when she goes below full health, and we'll finish her off. Swap over here, get his protection back, and now only Vader is missing a slight amount of protection. It may be full. It's very difficult sometimes to tell when it's going to be full or not. I think that it would be considered full. But I'm going to avoid using Fracture so that I can hopefully get around to another of his turn meter swaps. And that'll put him back to full health for sure, or full protection for sure. And so there we go, 61 banners, very easy squad to beat. Hopefully that's going to help counteract a little bit of that Geonosian team. and hopefully it'll counteract a little bit of what's going to go on here with this bounty hunter team. Sometimes you can end up with 60 banners here, and sometimes you can end up with a lot less. It's a very good counter, but sometimes things don't work out exactly as you plan. So we're going to try to get Confuse over there, and that'll hopefully prevent him from going into stealth. We're trying to get some turn meter removal, ability block, stun, whatever I can onto Bosk so that he doesn't taunt. We are trying to take out Dengar. His AoE is actually a huge threat. Sometimes you can say it's more of a threat than Boba Fett's Execute, sometimes not, but it is a very big threat for taking away banners off of the entire team. Okay. So no ability block here yet, so we're going to try to ability block him. Alright, that's good. We will try to take out Cad Bane. Alright, so we have Expose on everyone, which means that as I use abilities, they are going to be losing turn meter. So we're trying to take out Cad Bane very quickly here. We've almost got him. This would be overkill, so I'm going to try to use this on Boba Fett so it won't be overkill. Go back over here. Alright. Doing good. Let's go for a stun over here on Jango. Because I'm planning on attacking Boba Fett. Okay, let's try to get ability block over here. Why not? Alright, this would be overkill using it on one of those guys, so... Okay, we'll just basic, no reason to use the ability. Okay, so we're almost full health and full protection. We just need a little bit more, and this is why I like to bring in Finn, as Finn's taunt move can help to regen protection. There we go, he's down. Now it is just these couple guys, and I am back to full health, full protection. This will take Jango out for the first time, and we just need to take him out once more, and take out Bosk. So we can go ahead and toss this back on auto, and we're gonna get 60 banners off of this one. Alright, not too bad. And so now we have just this Palpatine team with Krennic. Alright, so Krennic's basic. Deal damage and tenacity down. Stagger. And revive Death Trooper if debuffs. Deal special damage and inflict a defense, or inflict a debuff rather. No leadership, and then crit damage and crit damage. And Death Trooper also gets crit damage. Alright, so this that's probably gonna be Bastille lead, honestly. Use a Bastille lead up here against this guy. Down here, Geos. Man, I got so much left, but there's just not very many teams that you can reliably take out Geos with. And then you have this Bastille team, some heavy hitters with Ahsoka and Ezra. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna use our Kira Nest. And then what we can do to try to complete this darn feat, it's going to lower my banners for this fight. But we'll use First Order military characters, not Crew and Kylo. It won't be an undersized victory. Speaking of undersized victories, let me check my feats. Okay, so I need 4 undersized in order to do this. Alright. No big deal. So yeah, I do think I will be doing up against this team here. We'll use Kira Nest, and then we'll go with the First Order military. And get that feat taken care of. Hey Fairlick, it's going pretty good. Just in time to see Kira and Nest take out some Jedi. So we're going to go ahead and auto battle this. We're going to be focus firing on what's her face here. Once it gets around to Nest. There we go. So she is actually, let me focus fire on Ahsoka since she does not have that bonus protection. There we go. Alright, now we'll focus fire on Bastila. Bastila is the threat here because of her stun. No one else is worrisome. They don't have the damage to one-shot my Nest. So really, it's the only threat is that you get basically stun locked from Bastila. And as long as you can focus her down, then it's no problem at all. And my Nest is built for tenacity, which is why this will work. The only time it would not work is if, you know, their Bastila had just a bunch of tenacity. Or sorry, potency. Okay. But this one obviously does not. I have resisted every stun that she's tried to do. There's another resist. So, there we go. So it's low banners because of the First Order that I used there, but that does complete that feat. Or does it? Oh, that feat was... I am stupid. That feat was gone. I thought that I had another day to do it, and I didn't. So go me. Go me. I am brilliant. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and use our Traya. We'll go full triumvirate. And we'll toss in Maul, but we'll leave the 5th blank. There's no real reason to use a full 5. If I'm using the big 3, I should not need to use a full team. Okay, go ahead and increase their cooldowns. Go ahead and throw some pain out there. And should be about time for Traya to go. Let's go ahead and toss this over here. And there was the big hit from Spy, which did not do anything. And now we'll be focusing on the Brood Alpha. Alright, so somehow Spy died. That's perfectly fine. I think I can kill maybe Poggle. Okay, they just got heals. Go ahead and do more cooldowns. Pop the Brood Alpha there. Go ahead and Held by Hatred. And pop Poggle. we'll go ahead and we'll annihilate Sunfac. And Poggle should go down. There we go, finally. And Soldier. Alright. 56 banners. Definitely did not need that 5th. I might not have even needed Maul, but always better safe than sorry. Now here we've got this Palpatine team. We're going to use a Bastila lead to take this out. I probably won't need any more than these 3. Yeah. And we'll just take out Palpatine first, and the rest will go. So we'll take out Palpatine first because of his passive damage output that he does against Jedi. But once he goes down, there we go. Now I'll stop taking the passive damage, and I'm not really too concerned about anyone else. So let's swap here. Let's go for a stun, and I want to take out actually Krennic before I take out Death Trooper. Let's go ahead and spread some foresight. Let's mark Vader. Vader is down. Go ahead and swap over to Yoda. We'll go ahead and spread that again. And we'll take out Krennic. We'll do a big hit over here because that would have been super overkill on Krennic. Okay, and now we just take out Death Trooper and we take out Royal Guard. Alright, there we go. 62 banners, trying to make up for some of those really crappy banner battles that I did. And now we see a, is that Mace? No, that's Negotiator. Alright, so Negotiator fleet should not be a problem for mirror match. He's only Relic 2, so I'm definitely going to be faster. Well, maybe I'll be faster. Let's take a look. 172. 172, so we're equal on speed between Relic 2 and 4. My Kenobi is now Relic 6, so he is actually quite a bit faster now. But regardless, go ahead and use these guys. Actually, just like last time, I'm not going to use Sunfac there. Because I might need to go in with my Geos for a cleanup of some sort. So we use just Boba Fett, Slave 1. Let's go ahead and take this out, and we will call it. Alright. So his 5 is faster. Let's go ahead and get that ability block, or not the buff block, rather. And let's try to get offense down over there, of course. Alright, we'll toss this over here on you. And let's go ahead and AoE maybe do enough damage. No, I didn't get my, I didn't get the buff, whatever it's called. So he wasn't called to assist. That's alright though. Some good damage out there. We'll even be able to kill off their 5s. And there she comes. He still has that, so what I want to do is bring in, we'll bring in you. And we can do this, try to get ability blocks. Okay. And maybe we can do some good damage here. Okay, we'll go ahead and throw offense up out here. Ooh, that was close. Alright, go ahead and taunt. And we'll go ahead and we can AoE this. And we'll bring in, let's bring in our Ahsoka. Get rid of all those buffs on her. Try to one-shot. Oh, not quite enough damage. Okay, this is all fine. Let's try to finish off Houndstooth while we can. Ahsoka's really low now, and that'll kill her off. And this should finish him. There we go. Fairly easy. 60 banners on that fleet clear. Alright, so there we have our full clear at 1901 banners. Not the most efficient with those Geonosians against the Rex League clones. That definitely did not turn out like I thought it was going to. And then using the First Order with Mykira and Nest was a really bad idea because, of course, the feat was no longer available. But 1901 banners is pretty decent. We will have to see what my opponent does and how well he's able to clear me, if he is able to clear me. He did use his Darth Revan on defense, which means he's going to have to try to use Padme up here against my offense. He has no Bastila-led Jedi to go against my Grievous. He may have to try to mirror that, but I don't think his Grievous is even close to mine. So I'm not sure how he's going to even get through that. Take a quick look here at his inventory. So of course Padme is what he uses in the arena. We just saw that. So it's possible he does know how to counter Darth Revan with Padme. But I'm not sure how well he's going to do there. So gear tier. Yeah, his Grievous isn't even gear 13, which means there's no way his Grievous will be able to take out mine. Separatists. Okay, there's his Grievous. He does have the double Zeta. He's got his B1 at 7-star, but still only gear 11. Gear 11 on the B2. Yeah, this is not going to work against my Grievous in a mirror match. There's no way. He does have his Jedi Revan, but he doesn't have Bastila. I highly doubt that he's going to be able to use Jedi Revan against my Grievous. So I really don't know how he's going to be able to take out both my Darth Revan and my General Grievous, because he can only use his Padme in one place, and without Bastila, the Jedi Revan team is severely hampered. But we'll have to see what he does. I don't anticipate him coming through for a win, so this does look like it will be a victory for me. So I am on my way to Kyber, hopefully for the 3rd time straight. We did miss the First Order feat, which I'm a little bit upset about now. I don't know about this. Defeat 12 enemy units in Grand Arena with Kylo Ren or Kylo Ren Unmasked. I don't see any way that I'm going to be able to beat that, or to do this feat, because my Kylo Ren and crew are really bad. Really, really bad. And I'm not about to dump the gear and the Zetas required into that team, with them being as bad as they are. Now, with the new movie, with episode 9 coming out, they probably are going to be redoing First Order. They're probably going to be releasing new characters for First Order, and First Order may become semi-relevant. And that, if that happens, then I will take my First Order up. But as of right now, I have no plans on doing it. Here's my First Order. You can see it, you can laugh at it. Gear 11 First Order TIE Fighter pilot. That was from when I was using First Order TIE Fighter in the fleets. And got Gear 11 First Order Officer. Like Gear 8, I think that is, on Crew and Kylo. And then, yeah, it goes down from there. I have all of the shards, I just haven't put the gear and the Zetas into them. And like I said, I really don't feel like I'm going to be doing that anytime soon. My Night Sisters, I can still use several Zetas here on Towson, Daka. I've got, CLS, I'd rather have a leadership on Zeta on him. Like, there's a lot of other Zetas. Mission and Zalbar would be really nice to throw Zetas onto. There's just a lot of other Zetas that would be worthwhile. More so, I would say, than First Order at this point in time. The leadership on Jango would be worthwhile. Even his unique would be worthwhile. Not as worthwhile, but still worthwhile. But yeah, so no Zetas planned for First Order right now. Not when you need really 2 for Crew, 1 for Kylo, 1 for the Stormtrooper. That's 4 Zetas. That would be much better spent elsewhere. Zeta on 5s would be nice. A Zeta on Echo would be okay. Yeah, there's a lot of other Zetas out there that I'd much rather have. So, anyways, thank you all for tuning in. If you did enjoy the content, if you enjoy the Grand Arenas, please do leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel so you can see my videos when they go live in the future. Leave a comment, and I will get back to it. And until the next time, which will be in 3 or 4 days for the next Grand Arena, I hope that you guys have some good days out there and stay safe. Until the next time, have a good one.